Hi everyone, welcome back to Sticks and Stones Woodcarving. We're still continuing the drawing series, and today we're going to make one of my favorite wizards that I carve. Alright, get your paper and pencil out, or your marker and crayon, or whatever you're using. But this is a great wood spirit to carve. Get a lot of requests for wizards when I am out and I'm doing carvings for people, or I'm selling somewhere at a show or a flea market. Yeah, everybody asks me, oh, can you do a wizard? Can you make a wizard walking stick? Can you make a wizard, in cottonwood bark? And this one's going to be one that I did in cottonwood bark. I'll show you the paste that I actually put on it, and then I'll show you the picture. Or I'll put the picture at the beginning of the video. I'll try to do that from that one so you get to see the picture before you actually make the pattern. But we're going to make a pattern for him. Alright, so this right here is the wizard. Alright, now I'm going to come up here. I might go off the paper a little bit here because his hat's a little bit longer than my paper if I want to fit him in, I guess. So what I'm going to do is just start by drawing that. I'm just going to, if I go off the paper, don't worry about it. When you see the picture, you'll get to see the rest of it. Alright, so basically that right there is going to be how we start his hat. Alright, now under his hat there's a little piece of hair. I have a little piece of hair right there, and right about here I'm going to do a line just like that. Okay, and then over here I'm going to do the same thing. Try not to hit my coffee cup here, it's right by my elbow. Alright, that's going to be his eyebrow, so we're just going to give him a couple of lines. Alright, just so we know what that is. Alright, now from there, right underneath is the start of his eye. I'm going to make a lid. And then we're just going to give him his little pupil there. Alright, on the other side, right up in here, I'm going to cut a line down. And that's going to be where his nose is going to come down from. So his nose comes down. Now if you look at these while you're carving, it gives you a lot better idea, of where you want to go with the carving. So that's why I'm doing this. I think we covered pretty much everything else on the channel as far as carving goes. I mean, I can always make faces over and over and over, but it is good to cover things that we really haven't touched on, and I believe the biggest problem with a lot of people is they just can't get it in their head what face to do or where the lines go. So hopefully this will help all of you. I'm trying to answer all the questions I can. But if you have any, definitely comment me, okay, in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them. Alright, we're coming over here again, and we're going to touch about here, trying to make the eyes look even as possible with the other one. Draw a line across, come down a little bit. Alright, right about here. I'm going to make a second line, and then we're going to put a pupil in there. Alright, about, I guess right here. Hopefully you can see all this. Alright, so now we got our eyes set in. We're going to give him a little bit of a bag after we do this, but for right now, we're just trying to make them even. Okay, now from there, come right up to here and touch your pencil, alright, and then come down. Not too much yet, just come down so we can get a shape of this guy. Over here, same thing, touch up here by the hat, and we're going to come down like that. Okay, come over here this side of the nose, right here, touch, and we're going to come down like that, and then we're going to come underneath and in here, and then we're just going to make a line there, start his mustache, and we're going to make a line on this side. Okay, and that's going to be his mustache. Starting to look wizardy already. Okay, now I'm going to give him a little detail line here. This right here is going to be a cheek area. Okay, over here on this side, same thing. Right, that's going to cut in. This right here is going to be hair. And right here under the cheek we would have hair. Okay, that's going to be his mustache. All this. Now right here, of course he's going to need a lip. Draw a little mouth and shade that in. These don't have to be super fancy drawings either. Give him a couple of lines here. But when you carve, that's when you put all the detail in. Alright, like up in here where the nose comes down, the nose will kind of come down like this. But it's the detail lines that are actually going to make him pop. Okay? That you actually, when you carve them in, you know. Little bags under his eyes and stuff like that. Okay? Now, this wizard was done, again, like I said, in cottonwood bark. So it's going to really depend on what the wood looks like. I mean, you might have pieces sticking out. If I want to give him more hair, I could bring another piece down here. Right? But it really depends on the piece of wood you're working with, how interesting the carving is going to end up. Right? The piece I had kind of went like this, and I just kind of made all that right into a beard type of thing on the wood, because the wood kind of flared out, and it was just an interesting piece. And that's what I like about wood. The mustache and everything, I just kind of let it blend right into the wood and just kind of go off the side of the face, you know. So all this just kind of went like that, right into the wood. And these are just guidelines. You don't have to use your chisel that way. You can do it any way you want. And then this right here, I just made all beard. Okay. So it isn't that hard to just turn whatever piece you have, you know, this whole piece of wood, just into beard and run everything down and in. But it does depend on how wide it is, how thin it is, like I said, and the shape of the wood. That's going to dictate the shape of your carving. Alright, look, we have a wizard already. There's not really much left to him, except, you know, how you would do his beard. And that's totally up to you. You use the techniques that we've learned on the channel already. And we pretty much already have our wizard started. Now I can give him a couple more lines or whatever. It's a simple little drawing. Right, let me see if I can show you that a little more. Right, it's really not that hard to start a face on a piece of wood, as long as you can look at it like that and get an idea of what you want to put on. Okay, but these lines will definitely help when you got your knife in your hand and you're thinking, where do I start? Or you want to put a couple guidelines on the wood and just have at it, right? So there you go. Another little pattern for you. Not much to it. Like I said, once you get used to doing these little basics, you know, eyes, nose, mustache, and wherever you're going to put your beard, it's going to be pretty easy for you to come up with drawings and new carvings. Okay? I'll post a picture, and I'll see you in the next video. There's your wizard pattern. See you in the next one.